just one Lord in your body, in the kingdom of your Son.
Dear Lorna, I hope this letter is all right for Postbag. I am desperately looking for employment. I get so discouraged attending interviews and getting turned down. Many of the places say I'm overqualified. That certainly does not help me, as I just want to work. People at church do not understand how depressing it can be, and how lovely it must be to have time on my hands. Would you not think Christians would understand more why I want to work and what it is, a struggle it is to have little money? Many thanks for reading this, John. John, thank you for your letter, and you certainly aren't the only one that writes to me on Postbag about unemployment. Many years ago, I sat next to a celebrity, someone very famous, and we were having a meal together. And we were talking about the unemployed. And he said to me, Lorna, I can't understand people. He said, why don't they go walking? Why can't they do all the things that they'd like to do, but they can't do when they work? I'd love to go and play tennis every day. Why don't they do that? Why don't they go to the library and look at books of travel and things? And he couldn't understand it. And I said to him, I think you live in another world. Think how discouraging it is for a father, a husband, to look at his children knowing that he can't provide for them, knowing that it's hard to pay the mortgage, and getting demoralized, getting depressed. So I do understand, John, how I think church people are very wrong in what they're saying. They can give you all the scriptures that the Lord will provide for you. And I would say definitely the Lord will provide. And I would say to you at this time, please don't be so discouraged that you don't go to the Lord and don't go to the Bible. I remember when my dad came out of the Navy after the war, and he was desperately looking for a job. And because so many men had come back from the war, he found it so hard to find employment. So I know what it is to be in a home where money had to be counted. And so I really do sympathise with you. And I wish the church would weep with those that weep and laugh with those that laugh. And John, I just want to show you a short video which shows you are not the only one that is unemployed, but I want you to be encouraged. Turn to God. Keep writing your CVs even though it's discouraging, and watch this CV and see other people that are in the same position as you.
There are almost 2.5 million people unemployed in the UK today. That is almost 8% of the population. Young people appear to have been hit hardest. 20% of 16 to 24-year-olds are unemployed. This is the highest rate of unemployment in the UK since 1992. This is Salam. He is in his early 30s. Salam has been unemployed for more than 10 years due to depression.
Yeah, I'm claiming employment support allowance, otherwise known as ESA at the moment, but I have to go in next month for a yearly review to see if I'm still entitled to it or not, which I'm beginning to panic about. Basically be having a 1-hour interview with a certified doctor there. He'll be determining whether or not he thinks I'm suitable for work. even though I feel I still suffer quite a bit from anxiety and depression. I mean, I've been giving it a lot of thought recently, and it's a pretty bad thing. I wish I wasn't on it. I've come to depend on it quite a lot, quite heavily in fact, to the point that knowing that it'll be taken away is quite scary.
We're at the Job Centre in Kensal Green, North London. I'm hoping that we can chat to some people who are unemployed and try and find out a bit about their lives.
Yep, I've just come back from a work trial, so I've gone back onto the Job Centre to claim my JSA.
Okay, great. And how long have you been claiming benefits for?
About 2 months.
And what did you do before that?
I was a student.
I've been jobless for a couple of months now.
What did you do before that?
I was an electrician. I was just on a temporary contract via agency.
Started now, it's a new claim, job seekers allowance.
And do you mind me asking what you were doing before that?
IT support.
And the reason you're not doing that now?
Well, the contract finished.
I have been claiming for 2 years, but yeah, the job market at the moment is just disastrous. I worked for 10 years as a facilities assistant, and I was on my way to become a facilities manager. And the company didn't do very well. The chairman stepped down, sold the company to somebody else, and 4 directors were made redundant. I was made redundant. My manager was made redundant, so everything crashed.
I wonder if the Job Centre really does help people find work.
No, I think I'll have to find it.
No, I wouldn't expect the job centre to find me a job. They totally disorganized and they're absolutely useless at finding people's jobs.
No, I think I'll find myself a job rather than they'll find me a job.
Is the money that people get from job seekers allowance really enough for them to survive on?
No, not really, but what can you do?
We've been interviewing loads of people who've been walking in and out, and what really strikes me is how true these headlines are about youth unemployment. I mean, every single person I interview, they seem to be young, intelligent, just out of uni or college, and it really makes you wonder, you know, why these people aren't getting jobs, and whether small businesses and big businesses alike should be making some kind of effort to employ younger people, as opposed to just kind of going with the older people with experience.
If you, like John, would just like to write to me on Lorna's postbag, would you send a letter to info@revelationtv.com or write a letter to me and mark it for the attention of Lorna's postbag, and I will answer it during our mornings or on a Sunday morning.